On the night of March 4th, a drone attack took place at the Syzran oil refinery in the Samara region of Russia. Local Telegram channels reported this. As a result of the strike by Ukrainian kamikaze drones, an explosion and fire broke out on the territory of the plant. Although the governor of the Samara region, Vyacheslav Fedorishev, confirmed the attack, he said that the drones were shot down and that there were no casualties as a result of the incident. It should be noted that the plant, which is part of the Rosneft company, produces 8.9 million tons of oil products per year. The plant, located several hundred kilometers from the border with Ukraine, was also attacked by drones on February 19 of this year and in March 2024. After the attack last year, the plant temporarily stopped its activities. Footage has been released, showing the fire that broke out after Ukrainian drone strike at Bashneft oil refinery in Ufa in Russia's Bashkortostan Republic, on March 3. Footage taken by local residents and shared on social media shows the fire covering a large area. Bashneft, one of Russia's largest oil refineries, produces 23 million tons of oil products per year and supplies fuel to the Russian army.
Ебать, горит пиздец. Это вот Заколховский. Ебать, и что-то взорвалось.
Вон там все горит, полыхает.
Соряна еще сильнее начинает курить. Да. И пахнет пиздец.
Вот сейчас запахло, да.
Нефть.
Soldiers of the occupying Russian army have demonstrated the destroyed combat equipment along the road that was targeted by Ukrainian drones near the frontline city of Pokrovsk in eastern Donetsk region. As can be seen from the footage circulated on Telegram channels, Russian soldiers traveling on the road in a passenger car are repeatedly attacked by Ukrainian drones. The invaders had to stop several times and abandon the vehicle. The invaders, who were trying to continue their journey, had to get out of the car and fled from the area after spotting another drone approaching. The kamikaze drone strike disabled the vehicle. In addition, a large number of various combat vehicles and military trucks, which were destroyed by explosions by kamikaze drones along with their crew members, are still burning on the side of the road. Being a key logistics hub for Ukrainian forces, Pokrovsk has been a focal point of Russia's offensive in Donetsk region since last year. Ukrainian troops are holding ground in the frontline city despite Russians' relentless attacks. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer rallied his European counterparts Sunday to shore up their borders and throw their full weight behind Ukraine as he announced outlines of a plan to end Russia's war. According to Associated Press, Starmer's exhortation to 18 fellow leaders that they need to do the heavy lifting for their own security comes 2 days after U.S. backing of Ukraine appeared in jeopardy when President Donald Trump lashed out at Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and said he wasn't grateful enough for America's support. The meeting had been overshadowed by the extraordinary scolding that took place on live television at the White House. Starmer used the opportunity as part of his broader effort to bridge the gap between Europe and the US and also salvage what had seemed like the start of a peace process before Friday's spat. Starmer said he had worked with France and Ukraine on a plan to end the war and that the group of leaders mostly from Europe had agreed on 4 things. The steps toward peace would keep aid flowing to Kiev and maintain economic pressure on Russia to strengthen Ukraine's hand, make sure Ukraine is at the bargaining table and any peace deal must ensure its sovereignty and security, and continue to arm Ukraine to deter future invasion. Finally, Starmer said they would develop a coalition of the willing to defend Ukraine and guarantee the peace. He said any plan would require strong US backing. He did not specify what that meant, though he told the BBC before the summit that there were intense discussions to get a security guarantee from the US. Starmer said he will later bring a more formal plan to the US and work with Trump.
British Prime Minister Keir Starmer called a summit of European leaders in London a once-in-a-generation moment for the security of Europe. The leaders of European countries and Canada came here after blow-up in the White House between President Trump and President Zelensky left the future of the United States' relationship with Ukraine and Europe in jeopardy. Starmer said he, French President Emmanuel Macron and Zelensky agreed to work on a plan to stop the fighting, which they'll take to Trump. It's not yet clear what exactly that'll involve, but the UK Prime Minister insisted it's backed by American security guarantees. Starmer himself has agreed to spend around $2 billion to supply Ukraine with more air defence missiles, but it's not clear what the UK and European countries themselves are prepared to commit. There's little detail on who would be involved in what Starmer called a coalition of the willing and on the number of troops or weapons they'd stump up for Ukraine. And even then, if all the leaders agree on a plan, there's no guarantee Russian President Vladimir Putin will stop fighting and sign up to it.
In recent days, we've agreed that a group of us will work with Ukraine on a plan to stop the fighting and then discuss how we can deliver a just and enduring peace together, and to make sure Ukraine can defend and deter against any future Russian attacks. And we're going to leave and then we can start the meeting.